not about politics, it's about football.
This is a simple game.
We're going to run the ball, and we're going to pass the ball. He's just going to play football, really.
How good of a football player are you?
I just get in and try to spin it. That's all.
I just love the game.
It really is the best time of the year.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to IJF Football here on a beautiful Friday morning. Mike, I was just reminded that we had J.J. Watt in the intro. And with J.J. Watt retiring, it just made my heart very happy. Seeing J.J. Watt in there, because obviously the big news to happen this week about him retiring. I'm glad that we had him in the program the entire time. We got a jam-packed show here for you on a Friday. We're going over some playoff bracketology. We're looking up the teams that we think are going to make the playoffs, what seeds they're going to be in, and the matchups that we're going to see in a couple of weeks. We will also then rank the quarterbacks that we trust from most to least among that group. Mike and I are going to have separate rankings, so there's going to be a lot of debate going on here on this show. With you guys in the chat, too, we'd love to hear from you. And then, of course, we're going to give you our bold predictions that we're going to see for Week 17 in the NFL this weekend. Mike, how are we feeling this morning?
I'm feeling fantastic. It is Gator Bowl day.
It is indeed.
Spencer Rattler is going to get shit canned by the Notre Dame.
I bet you'd feel a lot more fantastic if you turned your microphone on.
Oh,
That's what bathroom breaks do to you.
Gator Bowl day is what I said.
No, we heard you.
To quote Mike 5 minutes ago, hey, do you guys want to hear me pee? And I said, absolutely not. And then he turned the mic off, but then he forgot to turn it back on.
Technical difficulties. It's been a good week for those.
So you said that it's Gator Bowl day. My fiance is a South Carolina grad, and South Carolina is playing against Notre Dame. So this is truly a desk divided right
Yes,
here.
it is. But
Spencer Rattler's going to go off for 7 touchdowns. I don't know what to tell you.
I honestly just don't want Marcus Freeman to start 0-2 in bowl games, so that narrative can't get off the ground.
I like Marcus Freeman.
I know.
Do people still like Marcus Freeman?
Big fans. Yeah.
Okay.
People are very happy with
I didn't
him.
know. Like last year, obviously, people were all about him because Brian Kelly was kind of screwing the pooch about how the situation went down, and then Marcus Freeman was kind of the hero of it all. But I haven't heard anything about him since. So people still like him? We're cool.
Yes. It's all in. We're all in.
Okay. I'm not going to be all in after Spencer Rattler's 7th touchdown pass today, but I'm saying. What's up, chat? Thank you guys so much for watching the show live. We're going to have a lot of fun here today on the show. Shout out to Kate, who was our chat champ from yesterday during trivia. Gave some great trivia answers. Was also just very lit in the chat, getting people hyped up. It's a great day to be the chat champ, to represent the chatters. We've got a lot of opinions, both on who we think are going to make the playoffs and, of course, those quarterback rankings. Everybody loves to talk quarterback, so I'm excited to get into that. Let's get Quinn, Sav, and Eli into the show for the second time since they told Mike he needed to turn his microphone on. It's kind of ironic, don't you think? How are we feeling today, fellas?
Good. Thumbs up.
Is anybody giving us 2 thumbs up, though? Or no? Don't lie about it. Well, hold on, Eli. Don't lie about it. Only do it if you really feel it.
Then I definitely am lying, because I did have Tony Pollard, who was supposed to play last night, and he was out. So in both my fantasy championships, not looking hot right now.
Yeah, but did you play him?
No, but my replacement in 1 week is Latavius Murray, not great, and then Dante Foreman, who I'm hopefully is going to run over your Bucks. So
it's not
hopefully.
Happening. I won't yield it. Quinn, can we get a question of the day here to start us off?
Yeah, let's do it.
To
In the PFF era, only 8 first-round wide receivers have posted an 80-plus PFF receiving grade in their rookie seasons. Name the receivers.
8 first-round wide receivers.
Odell Beckham.
Again, PFF era goes back to 2006.
2006.
Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Odell Beckham. Those 3 I feel good about. Let's see. Let's keep going. 80-plus. You know who might have? Sammy Watkins.
Do you really have that good of a...
Didn't he have 900 yards, and then he was
But he was hurt. He was hurt, wasn't he?
Yeah, so it was but he was good when he was on the field.
But the grades, the grades would have worked there.
So 4 more.
I don't hate that.
Gosh. I mean...
Did Amari Cooper? I know he had a lot of drops early on.
No, with that many drops, I doubt he did. He had a good rookie season.
I thought he had
18 drops, though.
I thought he had a bunch of yards.
Now, Jalen Waddle probably did last year, too. I would imagine. Ton of catches. Let's see. Going deep. Let's go back in time. I'm trying to think who was good. Who was a rookie that really hit it.
Yeah.
How did Michael Crabtree do as a rookie?
I don't know. I don't remember Crabtree's rookie year well enough.
Wideouts. I know the 14 class was sick. So it had Odell. It had Did Mike Evans go off?
I don't think. I mean, he obviously had over 1,000 yards, and he had Jameis throwing it to him. Or no, that was the year before Jameis. So no, I can't imagine he had more.
Julio and AJ Green both had pretty solid rookie years.
Yeah, I was gonna say AJ, because AJ had the 1,000-yard streak, so I know he started off hot. And this is a Bengals question from Quinn.
Quinn question.
It's a Quinn question.
You already got a Bengal in there, though.
Yeah, but
there's a hint.
Yeah, but I'm never doubting you to throw another one in there. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
I can be convinced of AJ. Terry McLaurin?
Not a first rounder. I was thinking.
Oh,
Michael
you're right.
Thomas,
You're right.
too,
You're right.
not
You're
a
right.
First rounder.
Somebody said Kelvin Benjamin.
Yeah, I could see that.
Kelvin
He had some
Benjamin was a
drops out the
first
gate.
rounder.
Man, he was Kelvin Benjamin, hilarious. I just laugh when I think of Kelvin Benjamin. Just an egregious. The fact that he just switched to tight end because he didn't want to go on a diet was one of the funniest storylines.
That's tough.
In
It's
NFL
tough.
history.
It's tough. Somebody said T. Higgins, but T. Higgins is a second rounder. Somebody said A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown also a second rounder. So is DK Metcalf. So is Deebo Samuel. Those guys all second rounders.
Let us think. First round wide receiver.
Okay, so we got, all right, so it's 8. So we have Odell, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase.
I'll write these down somewhere.
I'm okay with A.J. Green. I don't mind that one. You said Sammy Watkins. That'd be 5. Jalen Waddle would be 6. I don't think Mike Evans. I really don't. Calvin Benjamin could have been 6 because he did start off well. And then the other
What
two
about
are...
DeAndre Hopkins?
Yeah, Hopkins and Julio are the other two that could be the 8th. I think I'd bet Julio over Hopkins.
What about Devontae Smith? How do you?
No,
not to that level.
No, he was not to that level. He's having an unreal year this year, but he's a little bit of a slow burn.
Who else? I don't know. I know there was that stretch from 15 to 18 where there's just nobody who was doing shit.
Ridley?
Where?
Calvin Ridley?
I wouldn't have gone to that first. DJ Moore? Is that same year?
All right. We're slamming our head against the wall, so we can think about it here. I think we got 6 solid ones.
Who were the 6 solid ones again? Chase, Waddle, Jefferson, Beckham, Watkins, Julio.
Was that 5? Julio, AJ Green.
Green.
I think Green, because what was Green's
real.
first year? When did Green get drafted?
11.
So that would have been Dalton, right?
Dalton was a rookie also.
Yeah, they came in the.
Oh, they were in the same
So
year.
I don't know.
Did Dalton start as a rookie
Yeah.
right away? Quinn? Was that?
Right away. Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know.
Here's
then.
another question of the day: who threw AJ Green his first touchdown pass?
Well, it couldn't have been Andy Dalton because you're asking us.
It's not. It's our,
So I'm turning
it's
the
our
music
former
back
friend
up.
and coworker Bruce Gradkowski.
Oh, Bruce
Wow.
Yeah, Dalton got hurt for a couple plays, had to come out. Bruce came in.
threw it.
Tampa
AJ
Bay
on the right side.
Buccaneer legend Bruce
I love
Gradkowski.
Bruce now coach of the St. Louis.
Battlehawks?
Yeah, in the XFL.
Salute to Bruce. First touchdown to AJ Green. All right, you love that. Meta saying Amari Cooper. I said Amari Cooper, but Mike says that Cooper had too many drops.
But
Too many drops first year.
Did he go for over 1,000?
What about Dez?
Ooh, I could see Des Bryant. I actually like that one. I like that call out.
Oh, Meta's saying Hopkins wasn't a first rounder. See, he was a second
DeAndre
rounder.
Hopkins? No, he's first rounder. He was like pick 26, right? Something like that. I'm looking it up.
Okay, now, all right, we're looking this one up to confirm.
He's definitely first rounder, though. 2013.
Yeah.
27. Oh, I'm losing my.
But he was the first rounder.
Yes, I'm losing
Okay,
my touch.
all right. Oh, Dwayne Bowe? Just throwing out. Now we're getting into
When did he
just-
get drafted? He could have.
He might have been, yeah.
I can't remember when he got drafted, though.
Dwayne Bowe would be the sneaky answer.
Yeah, maybe like 07 Dwayne Bowe, 06.
Yeah, something like that.
I like Dwayne Bowe.
I feel like
I can't think of 07, like from 06 to like 2010. Des Bryant's obviously in there.
Right.
Crabtree in there. I can't think of like who the receivers that came off the board early. Darius Harry-Bay not going to be in there.
Did Justin? No, wait. When did Justin Blackman get drafted? What round was he?
That's good. I think it was 2010, right?
But was he
First, he was first
he was
rounder.
first rounder, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Because
And he was
had
good.
he had some monster years. I just don't remember if the first year was one of those monster years.
He was good. Was he 11 actually or 12? 12? I don't know.
All right, we'll look all of this up after the show when we get the final answers. But chat. These are some good guesses. These are some good guesses here. Oh, Darius Hayward-Bay. Nice, David. Nice. Probably not, but
John Ross.
good shout out. Yeah, John Ross. Another great shout
On
out.
those 10 snaps.
Good shout out. All right, let's get into some bracketology. Let's talk about the weekend. Let's talk about what we've got in front of us. We're going to head on over to the touchscreen as we do every single Friday to the interactive screen here where we can place every team in a certain box where we think they are going to finish. Mike, we've been doing this for...
I need my card.
You do need your card.
on
Mike was
fire
worried.
today, baby.
He was worried with like 5 minutes before the show. He's like, I'm not going to remember where to put these guys. So he wrote it down on the card.
Just in case.
Hey, look, nobody knew. We'll cut that part out of the show. Nobody will know. There's 2 weeks left.
Yeah.
We've been doing this for a couple of weeks. For the most part, we've had, I would say, similar looking playoff pictures, but this week I do think that it could get a little bit different for us. So like we always do, I'll have you start with the NFC, give us number 1, go all the way down to number 7. Where are we going?
I believe the Eagles will win one of their next 2 games. Maybe not this week, as we'll get to later on the show, but I still believe they will be the 1 seed when it's all said and done in the NFC. I then believe, where are my 49ers? Not my 49ers. The 49ers will end up getting the 2 seed because, as we'll see, I have the Minnesota Vikings losing one of their last 2 games here in the future, so that means the Minnesota Vikings come in at the 3 seed. I'm just all over. I can't find stuff today. Where's the Vikings logo?
Bottom left.
Bottom left. That's where the Vikings logo is.
He's rattled,
So I can
folks.
get that.
He's rattled, folks.
Bucks I have beating.
Oh,
the Panthers,
yeah, let's
beating the 4
go.
seed.
Let's go.
Those are your division winners. I feel confident.
Somebody in the chat asked, is this the week that we get the Carolina Panthers on the board?
Still no. Still no.
Still no for Mike.
Unfortunately.
Still
I
no.
got the Cowboys.
Maybe it will be for me. You guys are going to have to stick around and find out.
No debate there. Then here's where it gets fun, right?
Yeah.
The 6 and 7 are right here. These are the 6 and 7. It's going to be 2 of those 5 teams in the mix.
Yep.
And I have Giants getting in.
Yep.
With a win this weekend.
Yep.
And then the Packers.
Come
rolling
on.
in.
No
2
way.
straight wins. Making the playoffs.
Okay, so they've got to win.
They don't need a ton of help, right? They just need to win their next 2 games and the Commanders to lose one of their next 2 games.
Help from God.
That's all that needs to happen, and then the Packers make the playoffs.
Okay, so the Packers play the Vikings this week. And then the Lions next week.
So the Lions, week 18, schedule makers were in their bag. That could be a very meaningful game.
Meanwhile, the Giants have the Colts this week.
Which
dub.
That's how.
And that's gonna basically lock them into a playoff.
And then they
spot.
are in.
They will be in for that. And then in week 18, they play the Eagles. But if the Eagles win this week, Eagles just gonna rest everybody. So I don't know. I think.
Well, they may not want to rest Jalen Hurts, right? I get
give
that.
Him a couple of reps, but you're probably not playing the whole game.
Not whole game, but probably play a half. But if you're the Giants, you're also resting. So that game may not matter. And if you're the Eagles, you want the 1 seed. So they may be playing guys because they can't lose that game if they do lose this coming weekend. So have that. Commanders, obviously, very difficult schedule in here with the Cowboys, who actually may not have much to play for.
And they play the Browns
which could help them, but the Browns this week as well.
Right.
So the Packers just need 1 loss in those 2 games. If they win out, Seahawks could get boxed out of the playoffs if they win out. And obviously, the Lions week 18 will be a loss for them, for the Packers to make it.
Mine's gonna look a little different, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that when we get to mine. So what about the AFC?
AFC, I have the Chiefs
the
getting the 1 seed because I have the Bengals winning on Monday Night Football. The Bills obviously then fall down then to the 3 seed, and then we have the last division
right in front
decided
of you.
right
if
here.
If it's snake, it would have bit you.
As we said a few weeks back, if you've been watching, the Jaguars are making the playoffs. What a late season push from them. Quite the turnaround. Happy for Jags fans.
Yep.
They needed this. And that means Titans no longer a playoff team. I have the Chargers winning out to go and get the 5.
Yep.
The Ravens obviously going then to the 6th. And then I have the Dolphins taking one of their last 2 to get in with the 7th seed.
Yeah.
There you have it, your AFC playoff picture. We'll see.
Yeah, so this one's not going to look very different for me, so we can sit here and chat about it. Obviously, the big game with these top 3 here is the Bengals and the Bills playing on Monday night, right? I mean, like, that's going to determine everything. If the Bills end up winning this one, they're probably going to end up with the 1 seed. The Chiefs are going to get the 2, and the Bengals are going to get the 3. But if the Bengals win, of course, means Buffalo does not get that bye, and the Bengals move up all the way to number 2 and avoid having to play Kansas City until the AFC Championship game, which would be obviously huge for them. I also have the Chargers winning out. It's funny, we talked about the Chargers as this fringe playoff team. Like, are they going to make the playoffs? Are they going to be able to get there? And here we have them winning double-digit games this season, because if they win out, they're going to go 11-6. Yep. That's going to be their final record. And they have the Rams at home, and then I think it's in Denver, but it's the Broncos. Sorry, but it's Denver. So I think that they're moving out there. Dolphins have the Patriots, and then the Jets. I think they lose one of those games. I don't think they win both of them.
Yeah, I
think they will drop one of those games, and that's why I agree with you. I think they're going to be the 7th seed.
Yeah. So they have really. I mean, we have not touched on Tua at all, but I don't think he's playing the rest of the year. 3rd concussion in one season. I don't think.
When you say year, you got to be specific.
Okay, sorry. The rest of the NFL season and postseason. I just don't think he's going to get cleared. I don't think anyone wants to put him on a football field right now. And it's funny, we really haven't talked about it, but going back to a scouting report, like, I had not seen, and I said it like briefly when he was coming out of Alabama, but he did not take hits well at Alabama. He was one of the worst at like going to the ground after getting contact. Like, he always seemed to fall awkwardly. And in the NFL now, multiple times already this season, just kind of the same, almost same act every single time of him kind of getting dragged down by his legs and then just not bracing himself for the fall and slamming his head into the ground. It's been horrible to watch if you're a Dolphins fan, because his career truly is in jeopardy.
Do we have any early thoughts from the chat on Mike's playoff prediction here? Any big pushback? Any teams? Chat thinks that they should be up, down, anything like that?
A lot of people think the Packers pick is a homer pick, which is fine. If it were me out there, I'd put the Bengals in the 1 seed. I think
they wanted Lions over Packers.
Yeah, they want Lions over.
Lions are tough. Lions, who do they play this week? Lions, can you guys look that up? Who do the Lions play this week?
Looking it up.
I know that they obviously play the Packers next week. They play the Bears? Who do they play?
I think it's the Bears.
Is it the Bears? Is it back-to-back divisional teams? I feel like it is.
Pretty sure.
But that one against, they've got to.
It is the Bears.
Okay, they would have to beat the Bears this weekend. They would have to beat the Packers the next week, and then you would have to have the Seahawks lose one, Washington lose one, or would they both have to lose both?
I only looked at playoff scenarios for the Packers. Let's be real here, because they are the team that's going to go 2-0.
I just don't. The path for the Lions. I was going through the playoff predictor, and I was filling out the games for the rest of the season. I couldn't seem to get the Lions in there. So I really didn't see exactly what they needed, because a lot of the scenarios that I thought were more plausible, I just did not have the Lions doing. So, all right, we'll go to mine here. I'll fill this out. Eagles, I agree with you. I think they're going to win at least one of their next 2. Once again, the San Francisco 49ers are going to be that team that's going to get the 2 seed. I genuinely believe they're the most dangerous team in the NFC. Like, I think this is the team that you don't want to face the most, all due respect to what the Eagles have done this year. At this point in time, you don't want to play the San Francisco 49ers. I would have the Niners number 1 in my power ranking for an NFC if I was if we were doing this. So Vikings obviously 3. You didn't think I was going to do it.
Had to happen.
You didn't think that I was going to do it. Not this week. Not putting the Panthers in there unless I have to next week, and then obviously we can get into it. But
you called them not a playoff team halfway through the season.
The Panthers?
Want to remind you of
the
that.
Panthers or the Bucks?
Bucks.
They're not a playoff team.
Yeah, well, it looks like
I don't know. They're not a playoff team. Yeah. If this was, if we were actually going on deserving titles, they wouldn't be even close. But thankfully, it's not how the rule book is written. You don't like it.
And they can rest their starters in Week 18.
Oh, it's a beauty. You love to see it. Okay, so 5, obviously Dallas Cowboys. Which is hilarious because the Bucs feels like they have the Cowboys number. Dak's turning the ball over. Maybe we give them a little Brady first-round magic here. Giants, I agree with you. Think they're going to win this weekend against the Colts and lock that up. And then I'm going with the Washington Commanders. I think
Carson Wentz led.
I do. I understand this. Cleveland versus Washington this weekend in Washington. I'm giving it on to the Commanders. Week 18, then, it's going to be Cowboys versus Commanders.
With nothing to play for.
They don't have anything to play for.
Yeah.
They're not. I mean, they're going to rest. They're going to rest people. Maybe not the whole game. It's going to be the same thing as the Eagles. Maybe it's not like you want to give guys total time off. You don't want them to get cold or anything going into the playoffs. But they got nothing to play for. They can't move.
Yeah.
So I genuinely believe that starters may start this game, but they're not going to play the second half. Washington's got everything to play for. I think they're winning that game because of that. So that's why I have Washington getting in over the Packers. I also think that the Lions beat the Packers in the last week of the season. But I do think the Packers win this weekend.
So they beat the Vikes. That's why you have them going to the 3 seed.
Yeah.
Well,
so I do have the Packers winning this weekend. Sorry, Mike. AFC. Chiefs.
Do it. Yeah.
Bengals.
There we go.
Bengals. I got to go with the Bengals too.
No one wants to come to Paycor.
This is what nobody wants to come to Paycor. Paycor Stadium is just the most feared words in all of sports. We actually were looking it up before the show. I was like, how far is the drive from Buffalo to Cincinnati? And I thought it was like 10 hours. It's only like 6 hours.
Yeah, it's not that far.
A third of the stadium is going to be Bills fans.
I can't wait.
Half the tailgating scene is going to be Bills fans.
Because, one, we get it Monday night. But then, two, we very well could get it in Paycor again 3 weeks from now.
Would it be 3 weeks?
Yeah.
3 or 4 weeks? Whatever it is.
Which would be awesome. So
that would be sick. Back to back. We would love that. 4, of course.
Yeah, the Titans right now.
Yeah, I mean, they're
less of a playoff team than the Bucs are. The Titans at the moment.
Yeah, a bold statement, but I would agree with it. Our Jags getting the 4th seed there. I agree with you. We already kind of chatted about this, but Los Angeles Chargers played the Rams, and then they play the Broncos. I think they're going to win out there. I think the Ravens lose to the Bengals in that final week of the season, so I think that keeps the Bengals at the 2 seed, and that'll put the Ravens.
They may even lose this week to the Steelers.
Yeah.
No Lamar still.
And then got the Dolphins at 7.
There you have it.
Thoughts?
Same AFC. Little different NFC, but hey. You don't believe.
Yeah,
You're not a believer.
I believe in logic. I believe in what I think is going to end up happening. Anything else in the chat before we move away from the touchscreen here?
No real hate. A couple people saying you're disrespecting the Vikings. Maybe think they should be a little higher. But most people agree.
The Vikings, if they get past the Packers, they got the Bears, Week 18.
What do we got some Bills fans?
Bills fans just agreeing that the Mafia will be coming.
When I learned that it's only a 6-hour drive, I mean, this is I don't want to say it's their season because it's not like if they lose, it's over. But you win this game, you're the 1 seed.
Yeah.
Playoffs run through Buffalo.
Yeah.
That's a totally different scenario than the one that we have here. And not only that, but if Buffalo wins, obviously Kansas City's probably going to go to the 2. Bengals are going to go to the 3. They don't even have to play either of those teams until the AFC Championship. Like, the road gets so much bigger, and I think the fans realize that. The 1 seed is massive for the AFC. It's massive anytime, no matter what. But, like, the fact that you don't have to play the other, the fact that you don't have to go through those kinds of roads, and you get to buy, and you get to play at home, it's just it's monumental. But I think it's going to be an awesome game on Monday night. So there we go. Those are our playoff bracketology pictures for Week 17, going into Week 17. I think Carson Wentz does it, man. I think that I've been burned.
I'll be pissed if he does.
I've been burned.
That's all I'll say.
I've been burned before, but I do think down the stretch he does it. Now, what he's going to do in the postseason, that's the conversation that we can have here right now. That's what we're going to do. We already set up who we think is going to make the playoffs. Now we're going to rank how much trust we have in those quarterbacks.
Has Carson Wentz played in the postseason yet? Has he? Didn't he miss back-to-back years? Wasn't that the whole thing? Or am I crazy?
I mean, he missed with the Colts, right?
Yeah.
No, I thought he made it that 1 year. I thought he made it 2 years ago. Didn't he make
play,
it?
Though? Didn't he get hurt at the end of the year? And that's why they kind of after that year is why they drafted Hurts? Or am I crazy? Am I talking out my
You might
ass?
be crazy. I don't know.
All right.
We'll save the NFC for last, though, because we'll get to I think there's a lot more drama in that one. There's 7 teams that you had making the AFC playoffs.
Oh, he got hurt.
He did get hurt.
2019, four attempts in the game against Seattle. There we go. That was it.
Okay.
Knew it. And then he missed the 2 years prior.
Yeah, I thought he made it. Anyways, we have the AFC teams established. Now, where would you rank the quarterbacks? Take them outside of their teams as much as you can. But
do it.
For the AFC, rank those quarterbacks that you put in the playoffs. How much you trust them from most to least.
This one's tough. I have a lot of respect.
Or you can go least to worst, or least to
Burrow.
best. Which one do you think is more dramatic?
I'll go worst to best.
Okay, all right.
Number 7, we have whoever the Dolphins are going to trot out. I don't think that's really a debate, even if it's Tua, fully healthy. They're going to have the worst quarterback situation in the AFC. After that, I will go Lamar Jackson at number 6. Obviously, Lamar Jackson hampered with an injury has to be taken into account there. Might feel a little differently were he fully healthy and playing right now. But obviously, if he's coming back, one of his very first games post injury, I'm not going to trust him to be the Lamar that is dynamic enough, to carry you through a playoff. So at number 5, I'm going Trevor Lawrence.
You got Lawrence over Lamar.
Lawrence over Lamar. Okay. I mean, I've watched just what have you done for me lately?
Sure.
Not even close.
Sure.
Obviously.
Sure.
At number 4, I'm going Justin.
You're
Herbert.
not a total body of work guy.
No. That's
okay.
You need the hot hand.
Okay. All right.
Come playoff time.
That's fine.
That's why Nick Foles won a Super Bowl. Okay. At number 4, Justin Herbert.
All right.
I don't think that's really that hot of a take. I think he's firmly behind the top 3 and firmly above the bottom 3. He's in his own tier.
Yep.
Josh Allen, number 3. I wanted to go Josh Allen higher. His playoffs last year was the best playoff I've seen from a quarterback. Obviously, it's only 2 games, but that was as good as you could play in 2 games. But the guys 1 and 2, unfortunately, he'd be 3 if we did the entire NFL. But unfortunately, the 1 and 2 play in the AFC, and it's Joe Burrow at number 2, Patrick Mahomes at number 1. Razor thin margins there. You can't go wrong, let's just say, with either. There's my AFC.
I was wondering if you were going to do it. Quinn was wondering if you were going to do it. Chat was wondering if you were going to do it.
I did not do it.
No, I mean, I'm a little bit different than you. We'll get to that in a second, but I can understand the logic behind those. I'll start at the bottom with mine as well. It would be Tua. It would be Tua or whoever's the quarterback for the Miami Dolphins. I think that just at this point, that's where they are. I joke around, obviously, about some recency bias and some total body of work, but that's when you put him against these other quarterbacks that are going to be in the AFC, he's got to be at 7. I got Lawrence at 6. Playoffs are just a different beast. And I'm not discounting anything that Lawrence has done up to this point to make the playoffs for the Jags. It's been incredible to watch. But I've got to put him at 6 just because I really have not seen it from him. And there are quarterbacks above him who are just top tier of what they can bring to the table. Not to say that Lawrence can't. It's just, y'all know what I'm saying. It's a first-time playoff guy. I got to have him at 6 just out of respect for these other guys. Herbert I have at 5. I ranked Herbert ahead of Lawrence. When we did the who would you take in a franchise over Trevor Lawrence. I can't back down from it now. I've got to stay consistent. I've got him at 5. I have Lamar at 4. The injury, yes, definitely goes into it. I don't know how hurt he's going to be in a couple of weeks come playoff time, but the Ravens are going to make the playoffs. You get him a couple more weeks. That'll be a month and a half of rest for him. Even if he doesn't play the rest of the regular season and they make the playoffs, that's it's, I think, 6 weeks that he's been able to rest that knee. So hopefully, certainly you're hoping that that's enough time for him to be back to what he needs to be effective as a dual-threat quarterback. So I got him at 4. Also have Allen at 3. And then I have Burrow at 2. And then I have Mahomes at 1.
Couldn't do it.
Sorry, Quinn. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry.
I mean, that's pretty chalky.
Yeah.
You don't want to be the guy that gets flamed on Twitter for saying it.
No.
That's fine.
Of course not.
I don't know. It's close. It's closer than I think the mainstream media would even say. The mainstream media, as Quinn said, you get clowned on Twitter. You get clowned for saying Burrow over Mahomes, but it truly is. I just don't think people understand the level Joe Burrow's playing at right now. And I think he really put that sort of stamp on it when he didn't have Jamar Chase for a stretch, and outside the very first game without Jamar, did not miss a beat. Should we do NFC?
Hold on. Devin said Trevor Lawrence is going to be top 2 with Mahomes next year.
Well, top 3. Give some cred to Joey B.
Yeah, maybe if Joe Burrow gets kidnapped or something, but
that happened one time. Dan Marino got kidnapped right before the Super Bowl. You guys remember that?
Walt says that I have Lamar too high. Again,
I would agree.
The injury goes into it, but the man's comes back.
His playoff performance has been less than stellar, we'll just say.
Good thing he's going to have another playoff game to make up for it.
He will.
To shut you up. Shut you and everybody else up. All right, what do we got for the NFC? Let's do the same thing. Let's go bottom to the top.
So, obviously, with my NFC, I have the Packers in there. So, Packers, Giants, Cowboys are my wild cards, obviously. So, I have...
So, it's a different list than mine.
Daniel Jones.
Oh, you don't even get to rank Wentz.
Don't get to rank Wentz, but just know Wentz would be last. Daniel Jones, number 7.
Just so everybody out there knows, Wentz would be last.
Did you see Carson Wentz got his family Jordans
Camo
with a picture of the family on the tongue? It was, look it up if you haven't seen this picture.
Is it drip or skip?
I'm gonna need the production portal to find this picture and put it up on the show. It was one of the.
No, we should save it for drip or skip.
Okay, we'll do it on drip or skip. It's one of the worst things I've ever seen in my entire life.
No!
It's like they just ruined a pair of Jordans. All right, for that alone, and his performance on the football field, he gets the number 8 spot. Daniel Jones at number 7.
Carson, no.
Brock Purdy, I think, is
beautiful family, but that's tough.
To garner the number 6 spot here, and obviously some of that's taking the fact that he has a loaded receiver group around him. He doesn't have to do too much in this offense, but I do, at least in this situation he's in, trust him more than Daniel Jones in the situation he's in right now. At number 5, I'm going Dak Prescott.
Okay. Number
4, Kirk Cousins. They're the same guy. Dak's a little more mobile. I think Kirk's just been a little more consistent this year. That's it. They're as razor thin a margin as it gets. Clear tier then to Jalen Hurts at number 3.
Wait.
Yeah. Jalen Hurts with a throwing shoulder injury at number 3. Tom Brady at number 2.
Come on!
And Aaron Rodgers at number 1.
Come on!
So
I'm shocked.
Brady has, like it or not, shown physical differences this year. Like, this is the first year where you can say he looks different. And I think some of that's also that he's lost a lot of weight over the course of the offseason, stress, whatever. But I do think that you have seen him look different physically, whereas Rodgers has not, in my opinion. Now, he's not mobile anymore, but like the arm has not seen any sort of distinct difference. It's just the talent around him has been a disaster. So, I still would trust Rodgers. Couple out there.
You're such a liar.
I'm not. That's how I would stack it up right now.
Man's put Tom Brady at 2 in a playoff trust ranking. Okay. Well, to validate you,
Okay.
I have Wentz last.
Okay, good.
Especially after the shoes. If I didn't have him last, I'd have last after the shoes. I obviously had the Commanders getting in, did not have the Packers. Where would I put? I'll say where I would put Aaron Rodgers after that. So I got Wentz at 7. I got Daniel Jones at 6. Obviously, Daniel Jones having a much better year, probably the best year of his career. The way that Brian Daboll has given him confidence. I don't even say uses him in that offense because Daniel Jones is still going out there making plays with his arms and with his legs. I want to give him that respect without a doubt. And he's just playing with a ton of confidence right now. But clearly behind these other guys, I Brock Purdy number 5. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, the guy's been absolutely lights out until you can show that you can stop him. Whether you want to say, hey, it's Kyle Shanahan, it's not really Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy's making the throws. He's making it happen. So even if Shanahan's making things pretty easy on him, I trust Brock Purdy because of that offense as well. So Purdy's playing confident as well. Cousins I have at 4. Prescott I have at 3. These guys are pretty close. I comfortably have Dak over Kirk Cousins just in general. But I will say, like I said a couple weeks ago, the turnovers really worry me with Dak right now. So this was closer than I thought it would be. When I got to Kirk Cousins and Dak Prescott, I was just like, oh, easy Dak. And then I kind of sat there and I stared at it and I was like, Cousins having a good year. I want to give him his respect. So I wanted to make sure they gave him some respect in the explanation, but still ended up with Prescott over him. Hurts it too. And without question, the greatest quarterback of all time, Tom Brady, is number 1 in this.
I'm shocked.
Stop, don't even give me that attitude.
This isn't a crazy take.
Don't even give me that attitude, Sav.
I'm just saying, so Rodgers and Brady are 1 and 2. You're lying to yourself if you're saying right now you would if you're a fan of any other team. not rather have that than your quarterback? You just are. You would rather have.
Or think about it this way. If you're like an Eagles fan
Yeah.
and you got to play either Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers in an NFC Championship game, you'd be nervous as hell.
Yeah.
I mean, you can say that you wouldn't be, but if that were me, I'd be nervous as hell.
Yes.
I would not want to face those guys.
I just think you're lying to yourself if they're not 1-2. Now, the arguments for Brady, arguments for Rodgers, whatever. Brady obviously has the historical precedent, but they are 1-2 if they're in the playoffs. They just are.
Yeah, I'd probably put Rodgers at number 2. Obviously, I was just giving you shit, but I would put Rodgers at 2. Jalen's been incredible. But, like, if you go fully healthy Jalen Hurts all the way through the end of the season, I really would think about it. Like, I think it's close, but I'd still probably put Aaron Rodgers at number 2. Chat, you tell us. You're lining up on the other team. You're looking at who your matchup is. Would you rather play Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers? Objectively, who would you rather play? I want to hear it from the chat. I want to hear it from
Well, you'd rather play
people.
Aaron Rodgers because you know his defense is going to fall apart, whereas Tom Brady's defense is going to save him in the end. So that's what you'd worry about in that game.
I also did just do my first pin of shame. William said Dak is the best quarterback in the NFC right now, so we got the pin of shame in chat.
That's just.
That's tough.
I don't know. Cowboys fans would disagree with you.
I like Dak. I'm a big Dak guy.
Dak is
Wouldn't agree with that.
Dak is Kirk Cousins. They're the same quarterback. They really are. I know. I think Pardon My Take's done a joke about that, but like it's accurate.
I don't think I'd go with that. I do like Dak though. I don't want this to be like a bash Dak show.
But they're good. They're both good. I'm saying that's not a disparaging at all.
Jeremiah says Rodgers is not scary in the playoffs.
Okay. Well. I mean, the Packers aren't scary in the playoffs. They were bad.
Drew said he'd rather play Rodgers. Uncle Dusty would say Rodgers. Jack saying he'd rather play Rodgers. Just saying. Walt saying Dak will fold in the playoffs.
I mean, if you're a Cowboys fan, you do not want to. The Cowboys know Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs. Cowboys fans know it all too well.
I genuinely think that Cowboys fans are, and I don't say this just like as a Tampa person. Like I think Cowboys fans are worried that they've got to play a Brady team.
Yeah.
In round 1.
Well, yeah.
Cowboys fans are praying the Panthers win.
Mm-hmm. I would be too.
Because nobody wants to see Tom Brady there. All right, let's get into some bold predictions.
But also, Aaron Rodgers in the 2020 playoffs is great, by the way. Do people not watch him?
No, I'm obviously giving you shit, but like Rodgers is still good, and I would not want to play Rodgers in the playoffs. Yeah. For as much as I think people were like, no, Rodgers is done. Let's not discount him. You don't want to line up against Aaron Rodgers. Mm-hmm. He's still Aaron Rodgers. Bold predictions for the weekend. We each got 2 of them. We'd love to hear from you guys as well. If you got a bold prediction, go look at the Week 17 schedule in the NFL. Look at a couple of the games. Think of some player performances, some matchups, maybe some upsets, and put in the chat your bold prediction for what you think is going to happen this weekend. Mike, I'm going to start with you. What is your first one?
My first one is that the Saints take down the Eagles this week. Was it 6.5-point dogs? I don't love this Eagles team without Lane Johnson. Now, I think that's much bigger injury than it's being made out to be, or than it's been reported to be. Obviously, offensive line, no one really pays enough attention to give it the sort of legitimacy it deserves. But Lane Johnson is as valuable an offensive lineman as exists in the NFL. They put him on islands as much as any offensive tackle in the NFL and ask him to go one-on-one and basically say he can handle elite edge rushers. Without him, yeah, they're as well built to handle offensive line injuries with how much depth they have in that offensive line, but no one is going to do what Lane Johnson does. And part of the reason why the Eagles are the Eagles is that they're so dominant on both sides of the line of scrimmage. That just kind of takes that dominance back down to, good offensive line, but not this one that can really win even with a backup quarterback, really beat everyone with a backup quarterback. So Cameron Jordan gets backup tackle. I think Saints might take it.
Yeah. There's no doubt about it. Lane Johnson brings so much value to the Eagles' offensive line. And the Saints play people tough. I think the Saints are still a team that any given week they can have a really good performance, especially on that defense side of the ball. So I agree with you. This is possible. I don't totally agree with you because I'm not saying it here on this show, but I like the points that you made. I'm going to go to the rookie well, and I'm going to go to the Atlanta Falcons. Falcons are playing the Arizona Cardinals this week. I say Desmond Ridder not only throws his first touchdown pass, but it is a multi-touchdown pass game for our guy, Desmond Ridder. Really liked how he was looking last week. He was playing with so much more confidence than he was the previous week. So still, Desmond Ridder, same thing as kind of what he had in college. Starting off just a little jittery. It's almost like he's just too tense. Like he's got the butterflies, nerves, hyped, whatever it is. And so that first quarter is often a little bit of an adjustment period for Ridder, but once you get into that second, third quarter, especially last week, he really, really played well, I thought. And so the touchdowns are going to be coming, and I think they'll come this week. I think not only does he throw his first one, but he gets multiple touchdown passes in there for the first time in his NFL career.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
I hope so. My second one, Trent McDuffie, one of the most underrated rookies in the NFL. Everyone knows Sauce Gardner's name because obviously he has the ball production, the cachet of an number one corner. But Trent McDuffie has been, on a snap-for-snap basis, as consistent as Sauce. Dominant so far this season. I think it's his first pick of the year.
Oh, would love it.
How about that?
Would love it.
Going up against the Texans? Yeah. Or no, excuse me, the Broncos. Broncos.
Oh, so who's he gonna match up against most of the time?
He stays
Judy? You gonna eat Judy most of the time?
That would be sick to watch.
That would be awesome to watch. That's a good style matchup, too. I'd love to see that from McDuffie. Reading off some bold predictions from you guys in the chat. Coltrane says Vikings are the 1 seed in 2 weeks. Okay, all right. Curtis Allen says Tom Brady announced his retirement this weekend. Okay, don't like that. Don't want that one. DT Dynasty says Justin Fields will go for 450 total yards and 4 touchdowns in a win against Detroit. That is bold. That is a bold prediction. William, it was the comment right under DT's bold prediction. Justin Fields would throw for over 200 yards. So still a bold prediction, but a lot less bold than what DT Dynasty was throwing on the table. Cole also said bold prediction is wins his fantasy matchup this week. I hope. Oh, Abel said Justin Jefferson will have more receiving yards against the Packers this week than he did against the Packers in week 2.
Oh.
What do you have, like 180 something against the Packers?
That's not it. Was it week 1 also?
What do you have?
I don't want to talk about it. I
thought it was like 180. That's a lot. PR says the Steelers beat the Ravens by 14.
That's bold.
That is bold.
Put some BroThrow on that.
Oh, could. TJ said bold prediction. Cardinals Falcons set the record for most punts in a single game. Walt says bold prediction. Jared Stidham will get 1 first down passing the football. That's bold.
That's bold.
My last one here. Got to go to the homer well for this one a little bit. A lot on the line. Bucks Panthers. More than just the final score. More than just the win. But also, Mike Evans' 1,000-yard streak is still in jeopardy, folks. He has 917 yards on the season. He needs 83 yards, and I think he gets all 83 of them this weekend. I'm saying my bold prediction is Mike Evans gets over 83 receiving yards for the first time since October 23rd when the Buccaneers played, guess who, Mike? The Carolina Panthers. The last time that Mike Evans had over just 84 yards or more in a game was October 23rd. That is nuts. That should not be the case at all whatsoever. The streak ends on the back of Mike Evans' performance. He gets over 1,000 yards. Bucks win. They clinch the playoffs. That's my bold prediction.
Hey, I don't know if that's that bold. 83 yards is kind of a meh.
Look, I looked at it and I was like, that's not really that bold. And then I was like, it's been 2 months since he had more than 84 receiving yards. So I think that does count as being. Walt said a bold prediction. Trevor runs out of dippity-doo and we find out that he has a fro. That would never happen. I keep it stocked, Walt. You're not buying hair products and then only buying hair products when the hair product goes out. You've got a backup under the sink, and then you refill the backup when you run out. You gotta stay strapped, Walt. Come on, you know this. William, big fan of the Trent McDuffie prediction. Abel Fett says the Cards will beat the Falcons. Okay, all right. I am Eli. I don't know. Is this actually Eli or is this a different Eli? Eli, is this you in the chat? Bengals will beat the Bills by 17.
That was not me. My bold prediction was that this game will top Chiefs-Rams as the best game of all time.
All time.
All time.
All time.
It's going to be electric.
All time.
I mean, people say that Chiefs-Rams game.
No, it is. No, it's awesome.
It was.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's a top 5 NFL game of all time, for sure. But Eli said Bengals beat the Bills by 17 points with 2 interceptions and a fumble from Josh Allen. Also, that Higgins goes for 150. So we got 3 bold predictions there. Bengals winning by 17. Josh Allen throwing 2 picks and having a fumble loss, so 3 turnovers. And Higgins goes over 150 yards.
Very Bengals heavy on the bowl prediction.
Maybe this was Quinn. Maybe this is Quinn's burner. But he just put Eli because he wants
I
to
don't think
it
the
to.
Allen 2 picks and a fumble is that bold.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Love it.
Turns
Talk
It's just-
your shit, baby. Let's go. That's what games like this are made of. All right, that's it for bold predictions for us. Before we get out of here, we got to get to the BroThrow Throwdown, right? We had some predictions that we made.
Yep.
Maybe you guys can put some money on the line. Go to BroThrow.com/PFF. It is the best place to bet some money. There's no juice. There's no middleman. It's not a sports book. So it is simply, I say, hey, bet you $10 this team wins. You can go, all right, I'll take it. There's no like betting $11 just to win 10. There's nothing like that. It's just me and you. You don't have to put money into a BroThrow account either. You just sign up with your Venmo, your PayPal, your Skrill, like whatever it is. Makes it super easy, and you can bet with the people who are watching the show. That's our group, BroThrow.com/PFF. It's a really cool way to bet. Nathan's got one up here that I like. Might have to take this one. Nathan's got $10 on the line. Says the Cardinals are going to cover with that 3.5. Might have to take that one. I like that one. Christopher W., who I'm just going to assume is Christopher Walken.
Yeah, probably. He's a big
Put
better.
150 cold ones on the line for the Eagles. Covering the 6.5. Mike, what was your bold prediction? What was your first bold prediction?
Saints outright.
Saints
And
outright.
I put $5 here on BroThrow for Saints outright if anyone thinks I'm a dumb ass, which probably people lining up.
You could make $5. Or you could make $150. Make $150.
Should I just go accept it? I'll go accept it.
Hey, I think you need to. That is a bold bet, baby. But you guys can find everything in there. You can find spread, over/under, money line stuff. You can see all that good stuff over at BroThrow.com. I think I'm taking Nathan's bet. I'm on a little bit of streak here. I said that the Texans would win last week over the Titans, so I took a little bet for the Houston Texans. So I won $10. So feeling good. Might have to do another. Oh, Christopher has another bet. Niners covering 9.5 against the Raiders.
Yeah.
$100 on the line for that one.
I may have to take that Saints one.
The 150 one.
I may have to take it.
It'd be nice to go in the new year with $150, you know?
I know.
All right. You guys go check it out over at BroThrow.com. It's a really cool way to bet with your friends. It's a really cool way to bet with us here on the desk, the production portal guys as well, getting in there. Before we get you out of here, though, we got to get an answer for this question of the day. It's a burning question of the day at the very top. 8 receivers in the PFF era have had receiving grades above 80 during their first years, their rookie seasons.
First round rookies.
First round rookies. Thank you.
Man, there's got to be someone we're forgetting here. I'm really trying to rack my brain.
We've got Odell Beckham Jr., Jamar Chase, Sammy Watkins, Jalen Waddle. Are we going Julio? We doing Julio?
Oh, you know who else? Calvin Johnson. He was 06. We got to go Calvin Johnson.
Calvin Johnson would be 6. Who's the other one that's on the
Okay, so I
list?
got Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, Justin Jefferson, Odell
Justin
Beckham,
Jefferson. That's 7.
Sammy Watkins, Des Bryant, Calvin Johnson. And then do we go?
I think that's pretty solid. Isn't that 8?
Do we go Julio as the last, or Hop DeAndre, Kelvin Benjamin? Go Julio. I'll say Julio.
I'll say Julio. And that's 8.
That's 8. All right.
Williams going Dwayne Bowe, DeAndre Hopkins, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Dez, Odell, Waddle, Julio.
Now I've got to look like who we're missing in those years. Wide receiver.
Vincent threw out the names Dwayne Bowe, Percy Harvin, and Demaryius Thomas.
Santonio Holmes we're missing? I don't think he was. No. Dwayne Bowe.
Kelvin Benjamin seems to be, Coltrane saying Kelvin Benjamin
one.
is a dark horse pick.
Jeremy Maclin. Ooh, Percy Harvin's probably on there. Percy Harvin's definitely on there.
You think?
Him. Yeah.
You think?
I bet he is.
He had above 80?
Yeah, I bet Percy Harvin is.
Man, good shout out.
I'm going
good shout out from Vincent. So who are we taking off then? Julio?
Shit, I don't know. Probably. Go Percy instead of Julio. Who else are we missing as first round wide receivers that did anything? Michael Floyd was not great as a rookie.
Notre Dame great.
Cordero. Yeah, who else are we missing? Anyone worth a damn?
Did we put AJ Green in there? Or is he not in there?
No AJ Green.
Okay.
No Devontae Parker didn't do ish. Philip Dorsett, Rashad Perriman. How's Philip Dorsett a first rounder?
I think we're good with these.
Yeah, there's no one that really is standing out to me. All right, I'll ride.
All right, that's what we're going with. Those 8. So if you read the 8 off, then we can cross off the list.
Yeah, whoever had the Thomas Harvin Bow pull, well done. Because those 3 are on there.
Wow.
Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Odell Beckham Jr.
Mike Evans was on there.
Mike Evans is on there, yep. And Brandon Ayuk. And so I asked this question because
Samsonite, way off.
With 2 games to play, Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, and Drake London are all in line to join that list.
Wow. What a receiver class this was. Man, great question of the day.
Yeah.
Great question of the day. It was good stuff.
I actually saw it on Twitter. I stole it from somebody on Twitter.
Dude, look, we would have never known that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm giving credit where credit's due. Maybe they're watching.
I was gonna say you didn't say their names, so I don't know if you did.
Saying, what the hell?
If you made that question, you know who you are.
You do. They do. They know who they are. They know who they are. They're obviously watching It's Just Football.
A lot of people are sitting around looking up the 8 first-round rookies with 80-plus grades.
Okay. Do we have a chat champ before we get out of here for the weekend? Who's our chat champ for the weekend?
Yes, actually, I might be a little biased, but I said
the bias is all over the place on this show.
He also looks like one of the newer people in chat, so never saw the name before.
No, I love it.
Stuck out. Gotta give a shout out to him.
I love it. Mike's biased to the Packers. I'm biased to the Bucks. Eli is biased to usernames with the name Eli in them. Congrats to Eli for being our chat champ. You get to hold the chat champ crown for the weekend as we watch a lot of really great college football games as well. The college football playoff is this weekend. Who you got? Who you got in this one? Michigan versus TCU, and then Georgia versus Ohio State.
I just don't want Michigan to win. That's what I got.
Okay, well, Michigan's going to win. I have some bad news for you. Some tough news.
Okay, can we just say TCU is a talented football team?
Sure.
They're not just a fun whatever. They have some real NFL talent on that football team, too.
No, they do. No disrespect to TCU. I just think Michigan's on a different level. I think Michigan and Georgia win this weekend, and I think Georgia wins in the end. I think Georgia's going to repeat.
We'll see.
You didn't give me. What do you?
Okay, I got Georgia over TCU in the finals.
Ooh. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, everybody, hopefully, whatever side you're rooting for, wherever you have your money, hopefully you guys have a good weekend. There's a lot of football to get to. Sunday, Saturday, Monday, of course, as well. But before the big Monday night game, we will be back with you Monday morning right here on this desk to recap what we watched, the best games, the craziest moments, how it shaped the draft, how it shaped the playoffs. You guys know how it goes. We'll see you on Monday morning. I'm Trevor Sikkema for Mike Renner, for everybody in the production portal as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you right here at 11 a.m. See you guys then.
One last thing.
Oh,
hey, guys. See you next year.
Oh, he did it. See you next year, folks.
Had to get the dad joke out before.
I love it. Well,
see you next
to all
year.
of you, see you next year and see you Monday.
It's not about politics, it's about football.
This is a simple game.
We're going to run the ball, and we're going to pass the ball. We're just going to play football, really.
How good of a football player are you?
Not just get it and try to spin it. That's all.
I just love the game.
It really is the best time of the year.